Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Parklife. I am very keen in this episode to do this area and finish off a much bigger kind of CBD area, and I think this whole area is going to be a bit of a CBD area with almost like a central park piece in this spot over here, this biggest hilly section over here. I want to do a bit of a park, yeah, kind of a big park. So that's going to be, with that park on that side and this park on this side, it's going to be quite interesting. So it's going to be pretty tough to get this thing to work. So looking at the topography, let's quickly let's grab this. I want to extend this very same one. And I want to make sure that what we do is we try and twist this a little bit like that, and then we try and do it around this way, something like that. Potentially is exactly what we want to do. I'll probably drop that down a little bit just to get that to work a little better, and what we'll do is we will try and stick to this contour over here so that we can try and at least get it to not be the hugest thing. Okay, so something like that. Okay, we'll see about how we tie that together, but that actually isn't too bad. This is a little steep, but the rest isn't too bad. The piece that is very steep is this one over here, and even that one over there, to be honest. So let's try that. Let's see if we can, if we drop this down a little bit, like a bit of a cut. Yeah, that's good. What we'll do is we'll drop that one down as well, so it's just a little bit more natural over there. Perfect. So what we'll do is this area is going to be earmarked for some kind of park development. And then what I want to do is I want some sort of interchange piece, looking at some kind of interchange over here, and it's again going to be a little tough. So what I'm interested in doing is actually saying that grab this one. Where shall we do it? I don't want it too far away. I don't want it up here. I want it somewhere in here a little bit. So we'll see how we make do of that. So let's see what we can do if we kind of add it like that. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll do the 2-lane, and we're gonna run it straight. I'll have to move that section. So let's do that. We'll grab the mover tool and we'll just tweak it out a little bit. Okay, like that. I'm gonna do another straight section just like that. Ooh, what's going on over there? No, I don't want that. See, this is where there's something funny with it. I just want it at the same level. So guys, just don't mind that. All that I want you to do is make sure that it's at 0, right? Like that, right? Okay, now we can probably dip it down a little and things like that, should we want to do so. And then what I want to do is I want to tie this back in there. So let's quickly have a look if we need to dip this down a little. Yeah, that's fine. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dip that down. We're going to dip that down and get that to work a little bit better. What we'll do is we will straighten this up a little. We might tweak that. Okay, so now what I'm interested in doing is actually doing up and over on this side. So give me this one. Okay, and what we'll do is we go 6 up and another. So I'll just do kind of something like that, then we're crossing it over the top. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll start dropping it down. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the straight kind of thing, so let's start dropping it down like that, and say like that, and then see how we do that. So this is what we're gonna fix over here. The other way around on this side, so 6 up like that, and then another like to 12 over there somewhere, and then we'll go straight across the other side, and what we do is we drop 6 down and 6 down again. Perfect. So that's and we'll just extend that a little. So that's kind of what I'm looking at as a bit of the interchange that's going to work on this side. So let's tweak it a little bit to see and try and get it to something that's sensible. Something like that. Okay, let's try and deal with this. So something like that. We'll probably need to do it a little bit like so. Yeah, perfect. I think that is about what we're going to need to have a look at. We'll maybe have to tweak that a little bit. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to try and get this thing straight. Perfect. Now, with that thing straight, what I'll do is I'll straighten up the rest of this as best I can, at least. Something like that, and something like that. So I don't know if that's perfect just yet, but that can certainly work. Do the same thing on this side, starting over here. Let's see about tweaking these a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking do is we straighten up this piece and maybe do a little bit more like that. I mean, that can work. It can certainly work. That's still a little bit funny in terms of heights, but that can definitely work. I kind of like the idea of doing that. Yeah, say doing something like that, having it go over on that side. We could even move it down a little. Anyway, let's see about straightening this thing up as much as we can. Let's bring that over here. So if we want to do this, we'll have to do, yeah, perfect. I think that is what we're looking for. And now let's straighten out the rest of this thing, get it nice and straight, nice and straight, and nice and straight like that. I think that is exactly what we're kind of after. So now that's going to feed into this area. So it's going to cause a little bit of a weave over here, so we'll keep and see how that works if we keep that in mind. But what I'm keen on doing is potentially feeding into some two one-way operations. So let's see, and we'll probably have to run it a little bit like this. So let's get to the one-ways. Okay, let's grab a bit of a one-way setup over here. So go straight, and what I'm after is if we run something like that. Okay, and similarly what we'll do is we'll run actually let's do this. Let's get that to be a 90 degree, and then what we'll do is we'll run one to the third one. We'll run the third or the fourth one. Now let's do the third one, so let's do that, and then what we do is we need to tie it together on that side. So let's make sure we run it that way and that way. So sorry, I'll need to change the directions. So let's just swap these around. Oh no, sorry, that's correct. Ooh, and that's not, yeah, these are fine. I just want to swap this around the other way. Come on. There we go. Swap that around the other way. So now there's actually some action over here. So now let me see if I try and tie this in that way. Yes, perfect. So that's a good setup right there. And what I'll do is I'll tie in this one that way. I may upgrade it a little bit. So what I'm thinking of is if we actually run a line off of here to actually tie in all the way on that side. Give me this one. You guys know I love building the roads, so that's effectively what we're doing here, is building tons of roads. Something like that will actually... Oh no. Wasn't the intention, was by no means to do that. Hang on. How can I... Oh, you know what? What I need to do is just go underground and get rid of that, and we'll up again. So we will see. That should be fine. We'll just do a cut over there. Oh, the one thing, just before I forget, I actually had a comment about someone wanting to see if we can make this a one-way section across this bridge. This section here, I believe we can actually upgrade that a little bit. But what I wanted to do is use touch this and see if we can do this as a one-way section. That is kind of what I'm thinking. And if we do it as a one-way section, which direction would we do it? Okay, so let's see. If we do touch this here, so what does that mean? I have no idea what it is that we're trying to achieve by... I don't use the touch this tool a lot, but now what I want to do is take the one-way tool right here and do the upgrade on here. So it's not actually working, but if I do touch this again, now it's not working at all. Okay, touch this. So for some reason this is not working at all. That doesn't have power. Is that because we're out of power for some reason? Okay, hang on. Oh, something went wrong. This, look at that. My goodness. Okay, hopefully we will see the water come back in here now, but that's problematic. Okay, so I don't think, from the comment, I don't think we're actually going to get this to work. It doesn't seem like it's a feasible option for us to get this to work. Can this thing please fill up with water again? What has gone on? Something's gone wrong. Can we undo what we've done here? Oh man. Now I'm very worried. So obviously there's now a bit of a wave here, but this thing has turned into some kind of problem. That's not what I had in mind. Is it getting better? Oh man, what is going on? Let's have a quick look at, if we have a look at the water flow. Yeah, so now there's some kind of big issue here now. I'm kind of thinking I have to rebuild this thing now. Okay, let's pause it. That's not what I had in mind. I have the money, but man, that's not right. Oh, look at this. It's really... Oh, I see what has gone on here. That's what's been the problem. Okay, let's rebuild this because I messed it up completely with that touch this tool. So let's see. So this will now be a stream again. Just get the water. Yes, I know everybody is in need of water. Yes, so let's just get whatever this thing is. Tsunami wave. Look at that. The water is a little bit funny in this game. Anyway, okay, now let's pause this again. now that everybody is going to start moving out, let's go back to this section, and what I want to do is build this. Right, I believe that is putting it back the way it was, right? Is it working? Is it functioning? Come on. Yes, no. There it goes. There it goes. Picking up. And more and more. Okay, so lesson learned. Forget about using... Ooh. Forget about trying to change the directions on the bridge. That is a big no-no. Are we getting it? Yes, I think we're getting an appropriate amount now. This is okay, I think we've sorted this out, and we're flooding this neighborhood over here. So there you go. Everything being flooded around here. So this dam is very important for these people not to be flooded. But I think that'll all get resolved now. Okay, so what I'm keen on for us to do, and let's maybe slow things down a little bit yet again. Are we going to tie in some access on this side? I don't think we should. I think we're fine with access from this side, access from that side, and then via some roadway over here. So let me grab a little bit of a bigger road. Probably something like at least a 4-lane, and what we'll do is we'll at least make it look a little bit nicer. Just switch the topo back on so we can kind of see. I think what we need to do is we need to actually tweak it down, and now for some reason it's okay. So now let's what I want to do is, don't do that, guys. So again, problems all the way. So let's just make sure we do that, and let's do the anarchy, switch off anarchy just a little bit. I'm kind of keen to do that. Is that pretty decent? Yeah, we can drop that down, and then what I want to do is gonna tweak this back into this direction. Okay, so let's quickly move it just a little bit, and we tweak that one down a little. So it's not crazy through there, and we can even tweak this one down a little. Yeah, something like that is at least fairly natural. Also grab the tree and take it out of the road. That keeps happening for some reason. And now what I'm keen on doing is actually just making sure we get, if I say we're running that, and now what I want to do is just tie these two together a little bit. So like that. We could probably tweak it a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of the intention of what I have over there. And I could take out these last sections. I'm also pretty keen on getting a pretty big road through that one. That'd be almost our central boulevard. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a pretty big one through there. So let's upgrade that like so, and we will extend it as best we can over here, and then kind of see about tying it in from, say, something like that. Don't want to get it too close to that intersection. Okay, so something like that. That's going to be the setup for us over here as a starting point. So let's quickly get rid of these guys, these edges. But what I also want to do is I want to keep running this a little bit inwards like that. So there is the kind of makings of our access over here. The other thing I wanted to do is put this onto a single service road. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab the highway over here and see about running something through there. Okay, so what we'll need to do, actually what we'll do is we will get rid of this. Whoops. That guy's lost it, and now what we'll do is we'll just put the one way in here nice and tight. And we'll tie it back in here and out at the same time. So let's quickly move it and just tweak it a little bit over here. Now I've gone and changed it there, so let's start off by moving our nodes a little bit. Yeah, something like that is probably good. Then all we do is we give it a little bit of a tweak, so we just use that a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm keen on doing is we actually need to tie these two together. So actually straighten that one up for us. Let's get rid of that, and we'll get rid of this one. Now give me this one, and we will do same thing over there. And what we now do is now we tweak it a little. And what I'll do is I'll move this one. Move that one like so. So if we do something like that, and we'll do that, then that kind of becomes the movement into the service road. This thing I almost feel needs to be even tighter, like so. There we go. So that's your access point over there. And then over here, let's pause it for a minute. We'll get rid of that guy, and what we'll do is we'll grab this one into here, and that one into there. Okay, so nice service road setup. So let's see about tweaking that a little. See about getting that nice and tight over there. There we go. That's pretty good. So that gives us a little bit. Let's pull this back just a tad. We'll do something like that. See how that works. So that's our access point there, and now we can actually tie in some of these. So let's grab this road, grab the big one through here, run it straight down. So if we do something like that, I was wondering if we, anyway, that's maybe a little straight. Maybe we should turn it a little bit so it's a little bit more central as well. Okay, so maybe what we do is we grab that again, and we do something like this, and we tie those two together. There we go. That helps a little bit to give us access over here. At the same time, we probably need to run something fairly substantial through here somewhere. Okay, so maybe we do let's just tie this out. 1, 2, we run it through there. Something like that. Okay, that's our kind of main big roads. Let's try that again. So if we do something like that, now this can be a pretty nice curve. Well, there we go. Not the best, but it's at least something. There we go. So that should work. So that's a good kind of little grid for us to work with over here. And I'm almost tempted to run this one all the way around here underneath these. But at the same time, what we could do is we probably need to run. Yeah, probably need to run another service road on this section over here. So let's grab that, get the service road up and running. Yeah, that's what we've got selected over here. So let's run that kind of. Let's start that one outside of it a little bit. I want to run it as straight as possible for now. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I probably need to... Don't snap, guys, don't snap. There we go. That's what I'm after. So do something like this, and what we'll do is I'm going to move that just a tad. We'll see if that is problematic. There we go. So that's what we'll do. We'll run that one through there. So grab the move it a little bit. Let's straighten these things out a little. Okay, this one needs to get there. So I'm just going to do with the kind of almost the one like that, and it's a little bit crooked, but it's fine, I think. There we go, something like that as a service road concept. So what we'll do is we'll tie in from this side. Give me the freeway connection right here. We'll tie in like so, and at the same time we'll I think what I'll do is I'll bring this back a little and we'll tie it in on this side. Something like that, just so there's a little bit more room for what's happening over here. Okay. Yeah, but the problem is, if that's the case, how are we're gonna need something to tie back, and similarly we're gonna need something to run off of this to go and join this guy. And if this thing is gonna run this way, well, let's get this thing to run through and see what that does for us. So let's grab this one, and so let's do the snapping. I want it grounded though. And let's see what that does. See, that is a little bit... That's okay. Let's keep running that up. Though I don't want it to keep running down. I want it to... So this is, you know, problematic in the sense that it's... I don't know why it keeps doing that. It must be some of these mods not kind of properly doing its thing. Because even this, so that's okay. Well, let's do that. Let's claw it back a little bit, and what I'm going to keen on is just get it back to ground level, man. That is much better. Now let's start by turning it a little. Well, the question is, do we turn it all the way, or do we just kind of do something like that and then something like this? Is that what we're gonna do? They're not actually allow you to run all the way through. Then what we can do is we can have an actual road connection through there. I think that's fine. Then all we need to do is kind of actually extend this thing a little bit more. So give me my one way. So if we do something like so, and now we tie in this one over here, now what we could do is we can actually grab, yeah, let's just do the highway connection. Do something like that. You know what? That's not necessary. Let's forget about the highway connection piece, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, get the one-way. This one, you can even do with parking, but what we'll do is we'll just gonna run this one up the side here. Can I just get this thing to be straight for a bit? Just a straight piece. Yeah, absolutely. So now from that one over there, and don't snap. My goodness. Now fine, what we'll do is switch the snapping back on. That's okay. Snap from there and we'll run it over there, and we'll just move the whole thing a little bit, get it closer to being straight over there. We'll get these to tie that up, and what we'll do is we'll just drop this a little. Come on, that's going to be much more. Yeah, it doesn't need to be crazy. That's it. That's what we want right there. There we go. So now at least then they can go into that direction. I feel we need a similar setup over here though, but it is a little bit further away. So potentially what we do is we do a bit of a block. So if we say something like that, and now what we need to do is start to turn it back into the direction. So 5, 5, 8, and so if we do this, no, it'll have to be like that as a starting point. Okay, so let's grab that mover tool yet again, and we'll try and move things out a little. So how about that as a way of getting back in there? I'm not sure this is going to work. This might have a lot more traffic than we expect, so that I don't know whether that is going to be a good idea. What I do think we should grab is a few more of these just going to standard roads. Maybe something that looks a little nicer, and I'm thinking let's do the straight section up to there. So why on earth is that now not going as a 90-degree angle? Ah, that's why. Come on, give me my 90-degree angle. And that's, yeah, I think that's okay. But it is probably a little close there, so let's do that. And if we do our 90 degrees over there and we tie them all together, do something like that. There we go. That's the action point right there. So now you can actually get all the way through. So these are kind of the road pieces, and we've gone on very long. You know what we should do? I'm thinking this should be upgraded again to a bigger road. Let's get our bigger road out and let's upgrade these. And then what we can do is we can tie those together. So let's try and do that. So let's do a bit of a right section through there, and now all we do is we tie them together. There we go. How's that? Is that okay? I think that is okay. That's a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but I think it's pretty natural. Nice big city blocks over here, and that'll be like a Central Park kind of environment. What I'm also kind of was keen on dropping in one there, but I think it's not required. I think that should be okay. Now we can start laying out some real big high density pieces over here. We want to also see about linking these together. That's a little bit of a high point through there, so we may not necessarily build that up, and that can be some kind of park environment yet again, but we will definitely do a little something that runs around here. That's actually pretty good if we do that. But okay, guys, I think that's where I'm going to put a cut in this episode. Apologies, we didn't do much apart from destroy the bridge, rebuild the bridge, the dam. We didn't do too much else. I'm kind of thinking we need to tweak how this thing works a little bit at some point to see about getting a little bit better at using that. But in general, that's where I'm going to put the cut in this episode. And yes, let me know what you're thinking. We're trying to fill in this with a very nice piece of road network over here, so that everything kind of works. Probably do a little bit more this at some point on that side, but that's about it. And we need to fill in this and fill in this. I want to extend the Meadow District into this entire area over here and see how that goes. But okay, that's it for now. I've said that like 16 times, but now and the last one. I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines Exactly. If you've loved it, hit that button, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Bye bye.